Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Blessed by Grace with your girl Tanika. Stay tuned for today's Bible study. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make this into a reel because it's real quick, short, and simple from my devotion from this morning. I read through Jeremiah 29. The scripture that was supposed to be referenced was just Jeremiah 29:11. However, of course, I get carried away when I get into the scripture. So I started from verse 1 and went all the way to the end. And in this chapter, we see how Jeremiah is writing a letter to the Israelites who are currently in captivity in Babylon because of their disobedience. Man, this whole chapter is just speaking to them from a point of love that God is still trying to reach out to them. God is still trying to communicate with them and bring them back to him through his prophet Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah writes this letter to the Israelites, and it's basically saying that because you guys have been exiled, or because you are where you are, God does not want you to die off. God did not put you here so this can be the end of you. He could have just killed you, like right then and there, in the midst of your idolatry, your adultery, everything. He could have just took you off the face of the earth. However, instead, he decided to separate you and to put you in exile. And because he put you in exile, of course, you no longer have that communication with him. But thankfully, God has placed people or prophets on this earth that you are able to communicate with and to and that are put into place to share the words that God has for you. The letter goes in to talk about how they should continue to marry and to have children and to even pick their children's children so that their lines will continue. It tells them to build houses and to plant gardens, eat from the fruit and the vegetables of your garden. So it's telling them to still thrive regardless of your current conditions, to still live, to still prosper, even though you are in exile. But then it also goes in to say that if you seek me, not half-heartedly, not a little bit, but if you seek me wholeheartedly, that he will bring you back. If not, God did put a time frame on their length of exile, and it happened to be 70 years. So outside of them having the ability to seek him wholeheartedly and him being able to respond to him and bring them back underneath of him, they would be in captivity for 70 years. So they did have that time frame. And then God told them at that 70-year mark, then yes, I will bring you back. I will give you everything that was promised to you in the beginning before you decided to be disobedient. So it just has me thinking this morning about myself. During my years of disobedience, that God was still reaching out. God was still sending his prophets. I was still having, my pastor, my grandmother, aunts, uncles, or whatever. He was still having these people reach out to me and to give me words of encouragement, words of joy and perseverance, even though I was in an exile, so to speak. Even though I was separated from God at that time, he did not stop loving me. He did not stop trying to share his love story with me or through his people. It's just so amazing. I'm just so grateful that I did end up seeking him with my whole heart prior to the coming of him. So prior to the date that he gave the Israelites, once again, they were able to seek him wholeheartedly. And I'm just grateful for being able to seek him and for his son, because without his son, that wouldn't be there either. It wouldn't be possible. So the letter goes forward to speak about another so-called prophet that wrote a false letter. Yeah, that's another story, but definitely read through it. Jeremiah 29:11 is going to be the verse, and I know that a lot of us have heard it. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. And who doesn't want hope? Who doesn't need hope? If we have no hope, we have no future, if we have no hope, then we don't look forward to the next day. If we have no hope, then we have no joy, we have no peace. You have no hope, then you're stressing, you're worried, your steps are not in order, so to speak, without that hope. So I just think it's amazing that even in the midst of their disobedience, that God loved them and still does love them just as much to give them that hope. So today, I am hoping that this is some type of encouragement. If you are in a place of isolation or a place of exile between you and God, seek Him. Seek Him. If you have no hope for your future, if you have no hope for even tomorrow, seek God. We can make as many plans as we want or whatever the case may be, but God orders our steps. He orders our steps, and He wants them to be in line with the will that He has for our lives, because that plan that He has for us is to prosper. It's for our good. It's for us to grow and to flourish. Please don't go sideways thinking this is about money and to get rich and all that. No. But His plans are good because He's good. Thank you for watching, and stay blessed.